God, and we will Yahweh Yahuwah with all our leb, nefesh, modecha,
very, very much.
and we will love our neighbors.
We will love our neighbors
as we love ourselves. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Well, we just wanted to do our opening day prayer unified with the rest of the world, and I know it's a different time for each person. Some people it's the afternoon, while it's the morning here in Hawaii, but and some people it's the evening, But I think that's what Yah had planned when he said every morning and every evening that we should be commanded to unify in prayer. Because what happens then is with all the different time zones around the world, we have a constant Shema, a constant call for unification, a petition for unification going on around the world. And more than unification, what we're unifying about, what we're unifying for, what is the reason? And we unify for Ahava. And we've coined the term Yahaba as a word because Yah is his name, and Ahava, or love, is who he is and what he is. He is love. His name is Yah. But in 1 John 4:8, and many other scriptures, it makes it very clear Yahweh is love. He is Ahava. And that is the giving of love. He gives love. He's the love give, right? And that's what he's calling us to be, is we are supposed to be ones that give love back to him. He is love. But we're giving our love back to him in this unification, dedication, this Hanukkah, Yahweh, Yahuwah, Shema. Okay? And he starts out saying, listen, Israel, it's time for you to unify. We got 12 scattered tribes around the world right now, and people are hearing the cry in their hearts. And it's not a government that's going to save them. It's not the government that's in Israel right now that's going to save anybody. It's the hearts of the people, the mishpachah, the family of Yah, that are going to join together in unification. So I believe this prayer is as much a prayer that was how should we say, in context and definition for every day since it was given to Moshe in Devarim 6, verses 4, 5, and 6, and really the whole chapter of Devarim 6. That words, or Deuteronomy 6, is a mandate that we are to be unified every day. Every day. And we had some people that did that in the past, and we had some people that were possessed and oppressed by demonic forces that were dividing the people. And in fact, it got so bad at one point that all 12 tribes scattered and divided because they had to run for their lives. Okay, the Roman Empire was calling for the killing of the followers of the way. So they had to get out of Dodge. They had to take off. They had to get out of that region, or else they would be killed. When they finally supposedly came back together with what you would know today as the beginning of Catholicism at the Council of Nicaea, this really was not a positive thing, because what happened at the Council of Nicaea is it was a counterfeit, a New World Order that began. And it's unfortunate that Christians have falsely taught that the New World Order is coming when we've been living under a New World Order already for going on 1,800 years. We've been under a New World Order. So I apologize that I was not able to unify with you yesterday. We were on a journey that we did not anticipate to be as intense as it was. It is definitely proving why Yah's wisdom, Yah's Shema, was teaching us that we needed to be very, very careful about travel on our Shabbat. because travel can turn into work. And I ended up, being very exhausted yesterday, very tired. And my back, riding in the back of a Mercedes bus or van or whatever you want to call it, even though it was a Mercedes, I'll tell you, it was a rough ride. And so I made it. I did enjoy the trip despite the back pain, despite the very, very tired position that I found myself in because of a very intense schedule. I try to stay up during the middle of the night on the Shabbat to welcome the Shabbat and to come into the Shabbat. I try to do that. And that beginning of the first Love Fellowship gathering that we did, and many of you attended, we appreciate that you were able to come on, because we're hitting it on our front end, especially when we're in Hawaii, by doing it at about 11 o'clock at night. But I ended up staying up until about 4 in the morning, and, I didn't get a lot of rest, is my point. And the number one factor about Shabbat that we all have to remember is Yah wants us to take a rest, take a break from the world, and not work, not have the cares of the world, the anxiety of the world, the stress of the world, or any of that stuff, but rather to just really let ourselves go, let ourselves be in shalom and appreciate the shalom of life. So we're out on the porch here this morning. It's our last day at this location. And, as fun as the trip was yesterday, we are at, I think, the nicest resort that's in our inventory with our Hawaii Trust with Hilton ownership. And we haven't been able to really enjoy this property the way that I would like to because of how beautiful it is. So yeah, we stayed a lot of time at the last resort, which was very beautiful as well. But this resort it's really almost unbelievable how gorgeous it is. And as Sandra and I have pointed out, the main downside of this resort is how they honor gods and goddesses, the idols. There's idolatry worse than a Catholic church, worse than a Lutheran church. There's idolatry here. I mean, they got more statues of pigs and that look like human beings, and or try to make them look like humans. Dress them up in warrior clothes and fighter clothes. Pigs and elephants and just really weird, freaky, crazy gods and goddesses kind of stuff. So that's the worst part about this resort. Outside of that, it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. And it'd be nice to spend more time here. But it gives us an incentive to come back. So we always have to, turn lemons into lemonade, turn a negative into a positive, be able to see the cup as overflowing rather than half full or half empty. Because we have to take Daweed's words in the 6th revision to the contract with man. We have to take his words very seriously. And his words were that, in Psalm 23 or Tehillim 23, that surely my cup overflows. And I hope today that you can see that surely your cup overflows. And that is really beautiful. So I'm going to address more throughout this week regarding birthdays and the pagan aspect of birthdays. So that's going to be something you can watch for in some of these reels. And in fact, today is a 90th birthday, which is even bigger than my 60th birthday. So 30 years of separation between, me and my firstborn son, Nehemiah, that same, and then Faith, my daughter. There's around 30 years of separation, between when they were born and how old I was. I was 30. So Randy Holmgren would have been about 30 years old when I was born, and he's celebrating 90 today. And he's been a dear friend, a beloved friend, and I say not happy birthday as the pagans say, but I say to him, I honor you and I respect you, and I appreciate you bringing health solutions into my life and Sam's life that have been outstanding, and being a support to good health, because that's what gave you the 90 years, besides the Creator himself that continues to supply us with air that we can keep on sucking in. So I love you, Randy, and I appreciate having you as a friend in recovery who's been also, sober-minded and clean longer than I have been. And it's always good to have some friends that have gone before you and have made it. They've done it. It gives you the encouragement that if they can do it, I can do it. So I appreciate all those that have gone before me, and I appreciate you, Randy, for one that is my elder. And I honor you, and I respect you, and I appreciate you. It has nothing to do with a pagan birthday celebration. It just has to do with the fact that I honor and respect you. But I do honor and respect you all the time, every day, and appreciate having you as a friend. And I love you all. And I think we should honor and respect elders, all of us. Some of you may have missed the memo that's in the in the Torah regarding that subject, but I would encourage you to study on that and start to see, how important it is. So the Shema is for all of us. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter what denomination or what you consider yourself, a Christian or a Jew. I just consider myself a follower of the way, the truth, and the life that is Yahushua HaMashiach, who came 2,000 years ago and died on an olive tree for you and me. And when he was asked the most important command, he gave and repeated from Deuteronomy 6. And the most important commandment is that we love, or we ahava Yahweh. Hallelujah. We give love back to Yahweh, because Yahweh is the giver of love. Hallelujah. So, Shema Yisrael, Yahuwah Eloheinu, Yahuwah Echad. And we, and I say you and I, will love, or Yahabah. We will Yahabah Yahuwah with all our leb, nefesh, modecha, and we will love our neighbors as ourselves. Let's love Yahweh with all our heart, with all our innermost being, very, very much. Have yourself a Yasam day. And Cheryl, we love you, and we're continuing to petition for you that Yah's power would overwhelm you today and every day for everlasting life through Yahushua HaMashiach, the only begotten Son, the Lamb slain. Hallelujah.